Hi everyone. Thanks again for coming back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading I'm going to dive into Supreme Court Justice Elena Kagan. I'm making my way down the list, so if you're interested in all the others, feel free to check out in my library. Okay. All right, let me drop the camera down and we'll get started. Okay. So the forces in motion currently in Elena Kagan's life. Yeah, okay. Her challenges. Okay. The karma that she brought in this lifetime to heal. Two cards here for what she has done to get to her place on the bench. Okay, and then two cards up here for currently, like what's kind of hanging over her that she's working with. What's her current karma? Okay. Or task that she's, chosen to take on, consciously or unconsciously. Okay, and then two for her professional future. And two for her personal future. Okay. All right, so of course she's an associate justice on the Supreme Court. And she fights for justice. She definitely does. I mean, I remember, I think it was about a month ago, could have been less. I'm not sure, time goes by so fast, or so many things have been happening lately, that something that was, only a week ago feels like a month. But anyway, I remember her kicking butt to fight for voting rights in Arizona. I remember she pretty much told off the Arizona governor who was trying to mess with voting rights. So there's that. Her challenge is big money in politics with the King of Pentacles. Her past lifetime, or the karma she brought in this lifetime to heal, is to have no regrets. Finish the grieving process. Now, she is Jewish, so maybe, her past lifetime may have been in, war-torn Germany or somewhere, in Europe. There's a very real possibility of that. So, especially if she was a little girl when she left her last lifetime, there's that possibility, or a young person of either gender. But anyway, with the Five of Cups reversed, that has her moving on. It's a card of forgiveness and peace, because you're not looking at what has the spilled milk or whatever. You have turned around to see what you have, and you have taken the bridge across to the new life. So that requires forgiveness of yourself and others, anyone involved. And then also, she's decided to get her priorities straight, is what I'm hearing with this card. Maybe not wanting to juggle too much. And and this maybe some ties, from another country. Now, also with this Two of Pentacles, it has you, as far as karma goes, this has you being very adaptable. And how else can you be adaptable unless you forgive and you don't have any regrets? She could still be healing. Sometimes when the Five of Cups is reversed, there's still some healing. But there's a place where you're at peace in your soul. So she brought that in. And then, of course, with the Two of Pentacles, she's, like I said, she's prior to going, it's more than just prioritizing what she wants to accomplish in this life. She's also, I bet she's excellent at time management and just cutting to the chase, like she did when she upheld the justice with that Arizona governor. Yeah. So I think she's okay with, like the ups and downs of life. She's okay at spinning some extra plates. She's very adaptable. So this is, good karma in the physical realm. And then here, what she did to become SCOTUS, to get on the bench, with the Three of Swords reversed, again, healing, forgiveness. And this is also a card, when it comes to reversed, of reconciling your heart. And I think because if you do that, you're in a place where you're much more optimistic. Both of these cards here, optimistic. And then with the Lovers reversed, my deeper understanding of this card when it's reversed is learning to love yourself. Acting, moving, deciding to love yourself. I don't know her domestic situation. I didn't look her up at all. It's pretty much a cold reading, except for what I remember about. I remember that she's Jewish, and I do remember the thing that happened with Arizona because it was recent. So I don't know if she went through a divorce before she got on the bench. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But I feel like this is a lot about self-love, which, of course, you get to once you do all this inner work. Okay, so what's hanging over her? Well, with the King of Wands reversed, I don't think that this is really her karma. I feel like it's the place where she's making sure that she's not ineffective and that she's not bullied or disloyal. I feel like she's, because, we're dealing with dark money here, or just the wealth of money in politics. And this is a card of, with the King of Wands, when it comes to reversed, it's a card of bullies and being ruthless. And then the Three of Wands brings in that element, when it's reversed, brings in that element of, bad leadership. So this is what's hanging over her. I think she's going to be instrumental with dealing with, if anything comes across, the bench that has to do with Trump and his administration. It might be hard, based on this card especially, it might be hard for her to have any progress and growth, like in her profession, although this tells me that there's a stoppage. I think she'll be stopping the abuse. It could be that other people are not loyal to her. And that's part of the issue of not having a whole lot of growth. But then again, too, when this card is reversed, it is a card of having some resolution after a lot of fight. I feel like this is a fight to end the abuse, and then here comes the resolution, because it's it's like the end of a very conflicted issue, and then maybe she'll get to rest. Yeah, that's interesting. This card, too, is often racism. It's, prejudice. And so I think what's hanging over her is like to maybe like not be too severe and try and be, very tolerant. She's going to work hard to keep balanced and fair and unbiased. But she's not having it. I had that image pop into my head of, I don't know if any of you guys ever used to watch In Living Color years back, like way back in the 90s, where, there was Homie the Clown, and he had this, the big sock full of, I'm sure there were like tennis balls in it or something, but he would smack people on the head with it and be like, Homie, don't play that. So I feel like that's what's gonna be happening. She's gonna stop. I think she's gonna be stopping the abuse of the dark money in politics. She's gonna be instrumental, is what I'm getting there. Now, professionally, she's going to be listening to her intuition. This is an excellent card actually to have professionally. It's rare to have professionally, unless you're a psychic or medium or intuitive empath of any type, or someone who meditates and is on their spiritual path very strongly. Then this would be a very common card to get. But it's a card of clarity and deep wisdom and intelligence and trusting yourself, because when you go inside for your answers, you learn to trust yourself, and your intuition guides you. So she allows her intuition to guide her in her work. I love that. And then with this King of Swords reversed, well, here we are again with these corrupt, manipulative people who have no morals and have, zip for integrity. So she's going to be trusting her intuition and maybe keeping quiet until she makes her final decision. But these two cards here, I always look at the kings and queens as being people. And when they're reversed, they abuse. So this would be an abuse, someone who abuses the justice system. Now, either one of these could be Donald Trump, because if we just look at the facts, just look at how many lawsuits he created. They had to keep throwing out lawsuit after lawsuit that was coming across the bench. And it happened in all the swing states. There's those states' Supreme Courts, they had to throw out lawsuit after lawsuit as well. So, yeah, this is a gateway card here. So professionally, she's holding a major gateway so that the abuse doesn't pass. I feel like it's like one of those, the buck stops here situations. Now, personally, her personal future with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, she could feel like she's having some setbacks or some delays because of, dealing with all of this. Dealing with this, and this. of course, you can't, it's hard to move forward, and it's like you want to imagine you're moving house, and you want to pack up, and you want to get to the new place. Well, most of us know how it is when you're moving. You end up clearing out, and you end up spending, weeks, if not a month, clearing out and giving stuff away or selling or whatever you do. A lot of people have a garage sale, yard sale, whatever. That's what these justices are having, except for the crooked ones, like, Clarence Thomas. I'm sure he doesn't give a rat's ass, but the other ones that are doing their job are holding space for all this, clearing of the swamp. These court cases that are probably coming down the pike. So of course she doesn't feel like she can move on and get to the important stuff. Although this is really important. To uphold justice, it is the most important thing. That's the reason I'm doing these readings. I want to see justice. I want to know what's going to happen. So, but anyway, personally, she just could feel kind of stuck for a while. Like, when will this ever end? But then there's a whole new lease on life. On the physical level, this could even be, personally, she could have, I don't know if justices I imagine they get pay raises all the time, but this is often a card of a pay raise. I don't think she's going to get a new job, which is another meaning of this card, but this is all about, this is prosperity. This is abundance. This is new, manifesting of resources. So that it looks really good. This actually looks really good. Yeah, so I honestly don't see any reason to. If you guys have more questions about her, let me know. Drop it in the comments. But I don't feel like I need to check into her future. I don't see her going anywhere. This card doesn't move much. It sits. It's it's just and fair. This card isn't moving. This is an opening, of course. There's no movement here, so I don't see her retiring or leaving the bench. I see her staying and fighting. So, so I think I'll just end this here and move on to Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Okay, thanks you guys. Bye.